62 kids like me enter a CMN hospital every minute.
My name is Sean Gorey. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I want to change kids' health in University Hospitals, Rainbow, Babies, and Children's, because I was treated there as a kid, and this is my way of giving back.
Kids can't wait.
To change kids' health means to fundraise by playing video games or tabletop games for these kids that are like not having the best time of their lives right now. They're having to fight scary diseases, scary illnesses, some of them more rare than others. And we just do everything we can.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Hey, don't run from the Lord!
What's up, Extra Life? I'm so inspired to hear about all you're doing to help sick and injured kids treated in your local community, and the fact that you guys are playing games to help these kids is it's amazing on many levels. It's fun, but it's also making such a huge impact. So congrats on the millions of dollars raised today, and good luck with the rest of game day. And break a leg. Do you say break a leg when you're playing games? Probably not. That's more of an actor thing. Okay, just have fun.
My name's Eric Sears. I live in Ottawa, and I'm treated at CHIA for type 1 diabetes. My favorite part of my children's hospital is the doctors, nurses, and educators. When I show up to my checkups, I get high fives and hugs, and they're so supportive. They're just awesome. Did you know that 62 kids like me enter a CMN hospital every minute? That's a lot of kids that need help. Join Extra Life to help kids like me.
My name is Defy, and I'm from the East Coast of Canada, and I want to change kids' health at the IWK Children's Hospital because as a father myself, I know they're always going to be there for me if and when I need them.
$10 million kids like me enter a CMN hospital every year. For me, I entered my children's hospital when I was 9 years old for my miracle story. Happy to report that my health is on the up, and it's all because of gamers like you.
My name is Tara. I stream on Twitch, and I did Extra Life last year, and I raised $5,000 for Children's Hospital of Omaha. I wanted to raise it for people that couldn't afford to go there, because I know not everybody can afford to go to a hospital, especially if something comes up like randomly.
So my why to help kids' health at KU Pediatrics is because of my cousin Teague. She has been battling cancer for a few years now, and she's 6, and I just can't wait till she becomes this amazing, incredible individual as an adult and has gone through that thanks to the support of people like you.
What are you doing?
Mom, go get my toy. What's that going on the block in the hallway?
That's your shade one.
Second.
He even has like a peach weave in his hair. I know. You are so freaking silly, dude.
To the Extra Life community, thank you so much for helping kids like me treated at the IWK Health Center and TMN Hospitals.
Since 2008, Extra Lifers have raised millions of dollars to help kids treated at 170 children's hospitals in the U.S. and Canada. Those funds go directly to the hospital.
This is my 7th year, so about 7 years ago, he was like, "Oh, you should do this. The good cause, play games for 24 hours," and that's pretty much like the first time I ever streamed my entire life, and I was only doing it for Extra Life. But also, like, I've gone to Seattle Children's Hospital when I was in high school. When I did Extra Life, I chose to support Seattle Children's because of how great they are. They're really good for the kids.
Let's raise a lot of money for Blair Batson!
My favorite part of my children's hospital is the amazing staff that work there.
Now, exactly how many cows are required?
Hello everyone, welcome to Paladin Arcade. As you can see, tonight is hosted by the wife, Lucifer Bob. Thank you for the raid. Jacob, I hope your evening is well.
Is this thing on?
It is. Welcome.
Hello, adoring fans and random people who are like, who the heck are you? I'm the good half.
The good half? That's true. You are the pinball half. Hecate is back.
I don't know about the pinball half, but
Lord Hawk is here.
It's a special night. You get all of this, plus a side helping of the actual paladin. It's a good night.
Yeah, I'm more or less just here to drive. You get to do all the playing and all the fun stuff, and I just get to do the giveaways.
Great, though, because I'm not good at talking coherently while playing pinball. So it's good to have backup. You guys know I just ramble when it's just me.
Game Club Central says, grabs his side of Paladin. Oops, wrong part.
I might be giving away a side of Paladin later. You just have to stay tuned and find out.
I thought we were going to give away worms.
I mean, it's a part of you.
Can I give you worms?
You give everyone worms.
Jacob has a Street Fighter 4 tournament in half an hour. I hope that is streamed. I wouldn't mind jumping back and forth. So what are we playing tonight, dear?
You told me Deadpool. I signed up for Deadpool.
What are we playing after Deadpool?
I can't. I can't remember, but I know it's one I don't like.
Well, tonight we are going to be playing Deadpool. Then we're going to give away a copy of Worms WMD. And then we're going to play some Cirqus Voltaire.
Yeah, that's the green face one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the ringmaster that looks like Casey and Jamie's former roommate.
Bob's Burgers Pinball.
Ben does want Bob's Burgers Pinball, and MCAP is playing Bob's Burgers Pinball all week, so I'm sure someone will stream that for Doublemint Ben, or maybe we can convince Doublemint Ben to play. Weirder things have been known to happen. But last order of business before we kick off this tournament, we have 32 days until our Extra Life 24-hour marathon. We have currently raised $1,225 of our current $1,400 goal, which is our second stretch goal, so thank you everyone for the support. Dear, if you wouldn't mind pushing the donate button to your right, it'll post the link in chat. Thank you so much.
It shows me a check mark. I like it.
It does. It's
I like feedback because I tend to push buttons and then second guess whether the button has been pushed.
Fair. Jacob says, I got Homeworld and MLP on FX and they're both great. Got 60 tickets left and was thinking about either Bride of Pinbot or Zen Original. I really like Bride of Pinbot.
Pinbot anything. Any Pinbot is fine. That is where you should be.
But that said, why don't we kick this tournament off? Dear, all you have to do is hit the plunge button. I almost
lost my tournament on Pinbot yesterday.
Ooh, I didn't know it was on Pinbot.
Well, no, Pinbot wasn't the final one, but it was epic. It was I knocked someone out on it, and it was a close thing. So I'll tell you more later, because apparently I got to start a tournament or something.
So all you need to do is push the plunger twice, and it should go.
Don't I need to, like, do other things? Or
It's all set up.
Go and it's go. All right. Do you want me to tell you when I push go?
I do.
All right. I am pushing go in 3, 2, 1, go. And go again. And it has begun! Please join us for Deadpool. Not the super fun version, but honestly, there is no version of Deadpool that's not a little bit fun.
The timer works. Hopefully the 10-minute warning works this week. Red Verde is here. Rat, welcome. I hope your evening is well.
If the buzzer doesn't work, just tell me and I will make an annoying buzzer noise for you.
We can do that.
Uh-oh. I'm good at the annoying today.
I thought we were going to be late for a minute. Mrs. Paladin got a work call during the entire 8-minute countdown, and I was about 10 seconds from calling Marty and saying, "Here's my stream key. Go, go, go."
That's just it's the perfect work-life balance. Actually, that's usually not a problem for me. It just happened to be a weird situation today where they're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Okay," but only if it's in under 12 minutes.
Oh, would you look at...
We pulled it off just fine.
Hippie, go home!
Alright, so I don't have enough time on this table to really have a strategy. What would you say if I didn't know how to play at all? Alright then.
Well, it's a good thing that I actually remembered to get the table guide going tonight. So if you also don't have a strategy for this table, type !TDP in chat, and it should link you to the table guide.
There you go, cutie! There you go!
I know that sounds like it should be like an abbreviation for a disease.
TDP, I don't know. Anytime I see the initials DP, I usually want to make a dirty joke, but I got nothing. Made you drain.
It's that kind of disease. Look, you made me drink. Live on the internet.
Join the club. One of us. I have yet to jump off of a pinball cabinet, though. I've only fallen asleep beneath them.
This family doesn't have the joints for that. That's not a thing that we do. We play low impact pinball. Thank you very much.
Dave950 is here. Dave, I hope your evening is well.
Hello, Dave.
Ooh, I need to start a giveaway.
Yes, please. Infect everyone with your disease. Ooh, I made it rhyme. You guys, I'm so tired, I'm like giggle happy, so this should be interesting. Oh, Marty wants to give it away, give it away, give it away now. He said so in the chat.
Raffle is live. Higher Peanut is the first one in.
There's something very poetic about Peanut being first.
Hold it! What?
Probably because it's a higher Peanut.
Hey, shoot there! You can lock the ball.
Oh, not sure how I lit lock, but I lit it. Now I want to lock it.
Higher Peanut says, I do not have these tables. I'm here from moral support. Well, we appreciate that, Higher Peanut. For the second table of the night...
Warm-up game?
For the second table of the night, we will be giving away some more Marvel Pinball FX3 codes, so there's a chance you may win. I don't think this is in it's the Legends and Virtue pack. I have to look up which tables are in it, but if you're low on Marvel Pinball tables, we're going to give some away coming up at the end of the stream.
Just remember, the warm-up game doesn't count. I'm not checking scores because that was the warm-up game. My first few games probably aren't going to count. I'm not quite used to these switches in our table yet. We got some new buttons, what, a week or two ago, right before your surgery, and I haven't put much time in on them.
Well, I put the Pinscape in, and then I wasn't happy with the switches that I got, so then I bought like softer switches, and I'm not convinced that I like them or that they made the input lag better or worse, because I literally put them in and then went for surgery, so I haven't flipped it.
They definitely increased the amount of pressure you have to use to flip.
They did, but it's lesser than the previous
Than
ones.
the first replacements. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm clicking to make it hit, but it feels much... It feels a little bit heavier than a real table, except for some of the really clunkier ones. Just a tiny bit heavier.
These are Game Club. These are the ones I have are called Chili Leaf Switched, and they are better than what I had previous, I think.
I agree. I prefer them. I didn't feel like I was able to build a lot of muscle memory with them, with the old ones, because they were so soft. This being a little bit heavier, it feels a lot closer to, you know, being out in the wild.
Increase multiple.
Lucifer Bob, thank you for the gift sub.
That's all.
Hey, thanks, Lucy Bob.
Give a quick shout out to Bob for the raid and the gift sub.
Uh-oh.
Is it still shouting out? Did I talk too soon?
Nope, you're good, although I think the table audio went over the shout out. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm getting closer though.
There we go. Starting to get a rhythm here. So yesterday, I played a tournament where I had only touched one of the...
Where's my check?
How many tables did they have? They had like somewhere between 8 and 10 tables. I had only ever touched one of the tables in the wild. Like, even the Jurassic Park was a totally different model than the one that I've learned Jurassic Park on. The Avengers was totally different. Like, it was the one that didn't have all the moving parts, so you had to make a certain shot to get in. Instead of going down the elevator, you had to make a shot to start a mode.
Combo was legend.
And I'm just impressed that I wasn't out in the first. It was nuts, guys.
Game Club Central, thank you for the bits.
Aw, are you cheering for my almost failure or for the fact that I took second?
So you played horrible and still took second?
I played horribly. Well, I always say I play horribly. I played reasonably well for never having played most of the tables before. Or for not... So, the only two that I had played on physical tables before were Jurassic Park and Avengers, but both of them were different models. So, some places where you would shoot, like the elevator on Avengers, for example, you have to actually make a shot to start a mode instead of just getting it into the scoop that randomly opens up. So it felt like a totally different table.
Yeah, I don't know the difference in JP either, other than the, I know on the premium, the T-Rex head moves.
The scoring felt a lot higher on this one.
It might have just been set differently.
But yeah, it's different things like whether the Jurassic head, like whether it like opens its mouth to eat your ball, or if it just wiggles a little bit, or if it doesn't move at all. There's all kinds of weird different things. I distracted myself and I have no idea what ball I'm on, or if I started a mode. And this is why we have Paladin, so he can keep me together.
Nope, I'm just gonna let you keep running with it.
I'm gonna talk myself into a hole here.
Did you play a Rocky and Bullwinkle yesterday?
Nope, they didn't have Rocky and Bullwinkle out.
Oh, man.
I did play my first ever wild Pinbot, and I'm obsessed and in love.
I still prefer Jackbot to Pinbot.
Oh, Jackbot. Jackbot and Pinbot are so similar, and it's so much fun. I love them both. They both hold different but equal spots in what passes for my heart.
The whole Pinbot family.
I also played the old Kiss table.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was pretty snazzy. I liked that a lot. You'll notice a theme if you hang out with me very often, and Pinball's involved. I really like the older tables, especially the EMs. I don't know why. I like the way they feel. I like the way that you can play them without... I mean, you have to put some thought into it, but you don't have to, like, strategize. You can show up and play the table, and it... just, you know...
So are you going to play in the Classics tournament at Expo, or are you just going to play in the women's tournament?
I will play in any tournament that I can wake up and stand up long enough to be in.
Really? That's all?
The only thing that'll keep me out is if I overdo it and, like, have to lay in bed and zap myself for a while. That sounded wrong. Still a little bit slow. Haven't gotten out and done any all-day events yet since the 3 surgery summer, so we'll see. But I fully intend to do all the tournaments and parties that I can possibly drag my little self to.
Don't waste it.
So be prepared. We might want to invest in caffeine.
No beer?
Look at this.
No. I don't want to sleep. I want to play pinball.
He believes he can fly. What an idiot.
When is the Classics tournament?
I believe it's on Saturday evening, but I'm not sure. We have to look at the schedule.
I gotta recalibrate this thing before I land in the toilet or something.
What else did we play? They had a Mandalorian. I don't remember which model it was. They also had... Oh, let me tell you about my least favorite table in the history of tables. I have a new least favorite.
Is it Turtles?
I like it so much less than my last least favorite that I forgot what my last least favorite was.
You're about to lose your ball again.
I am so mad at this table. Not this table, but the table that I hate, that I don't care. Guns N' Roses.
Oh, yes. So I enjoy Guns N' Roses from the music aspect of it, and it's kind of fun to shoot, and the light show's really cool. But the part that I can't get over with Guns N' Roses, and Casey says, 4 Loko is close enough to caffeine and beer. The biggest thing that drives me nuts with Guns N' Roses is when you grab the plunger, I always feel like I'm gonna break it. I believe it was Astro Nicey referred to it as a limp dick plunger, and I can't get that descriptor out of my head because it's perfect.
The problem I have with it is that it's really like you don't score points unless you have to like actually accomplish something to even start scoring a point. and it's ridiculous. And then there's the like random multi-ball where you end up with like unlimited balls for like 67.5 seconds, but only if you're on the right song and only sometimes. And I'm just like, really? Really?
Lucifer Bob, if you have a way to make a limp dick plunger emote, I would gladly put it in. Well, I don't know. I guess it would depend how phallic it is. But if it's just a limp pen,
Wait until after charity stream.
maybe. I don't know. We're already talking about it. I left us at a mature level.
So, real quick, we only have 4 players, so guys, come on. We only have 15 viewers. What is this? I show up and nobody comes to visit except for our small crew of awesome. Dave950 is in first with 27 million. The Paladin team is in second with 10 million, followed by Smog with 8, and Hecate Fairy is bringing in the rear at 2 million. I am 100%
Hecate.
Or are we going with Japanese style? Sound like we're gonna start a fight or something. I like it. Let's play some more games.
Prepare yourselves for the greatest
So anyway, Guns N' Roses.
of all time.
Hard pass. I'm against it. Will not vote for that one.
The Iron Man table anyway. Uh-oh.
I really love that Kiss table though. We had a lot of fun. I played with the owner's wife on that the first time, and she loves it too. She said that their personal machine, the one that they don't bring into the shop, is a Genie, like the double wide one. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
I'm kind of jealous.
I can't say that I've ever played a real one, but I enjoy
I've never
Genie.
played a real one either, but I've seen it and it looks cool. I'd love to play it sometime.
Rad posted a score of 8 million, which I believe puts him in third.
Third place. I only know that because Team Paladin is at 10 million. Get this, it's his brain, but my fingers.
So we're in trouble, is what you're saying?
I don't know, I can do some pretty fancy finger work.
Yes, Dave, that is the Kiss table we're referring to.
Fun.
Not the 2015.
It's cute. It's, you know, not insanely complicated. It felt really good, and it was.
Uh-oh. Note to self.
I mean, I would say it was the highlight of my night, but that Pinbot. Pinbot and I had some moments together. I really wish I would have taken a picture of my score, but I was so distracted by enthusiastically running over to the winner's circle that I forgot. We had the biggest turnout we ever had, and the winner has to go and click on their name on the computer. And I got so excited, I was like, yes! And then I did a little dance all the way over the computer, and anyway. Felt good. So let's talk about Turtles. Turtles is really fun. I like Turtles.
That surprises me. I, for some reason, thought you would not like Turtles.
It is not my favorite style of game, but it's just funny. Like, even though I didn't really care for playing it, like, I was entertained the whole time. Plus, I got the pizza multi-ball, which was pretty...
Game Club, thank you for redeeming the I Like Turtles.
Good times here at the Waterfront Village. Open for the next 11 days.
That's the first time it's really been relevant. Okay, I keep going for issue 1 because it's default. Let's try issue 2.
Okay, that was a bad idea.
Oh, you guys, we forgot to discuss the Deadpool trailer.
We did?
We were going to talk about that. Yeah.
Well, aren't you?
During a shout out, I accidentally interrupted the shout out.
Oh, butt drugs.
Why did they put
Butt drugs.
Hit back? Reminds me of Pick Beat.
You'll have to let me know when it's over, because it's so long.
Where's my check?
I recommend butt drugs for everybody.
I can always count on butt drugs. Without thinking
I brought
drugs,
you this
I
grenade.
think butt drugs.
Don't wait.
For all my health needs, I turn to butt drugs.
You want hometown service and cheap hot coffee and liquor. Now that's the ticket. You can tell Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens exactly where
Darn it, I
to
forgot to
stick
put the baby
it.
Deadpool. There we
We
go.
love butt drugs.
Butt drugs won't let you down.
Free parking in the rear.
Butt drugs.
I love butt drugs.
And we're back.
Butt drugs. You mean they weren't just listening to me sing butt drugs?
Well, they were.
I'll crush each and every one of you. I'll crush you to pieces, I tell you.
Free parking in the rear.
Get off
What's
me!
funny is I muted the table audio while it was while butt drugs was playing, and it came back, and now I can't hear the table audio anymore. So hopefully it's still coming through on stream. If not, I apologize.
If you're one of those people like me that doesn't really care much about table audio. In fact, my dear husband actually
Increase
turns it off when I
multiplier.
host for him, so I don't have to listen to it.
Oh.
He's a sweet guy.
Which drives me absolutely bonkers, because if I can't hear the table, then I get lost and I don't know what to shoot for.
I get noise overwhelmed. Like, I need a certain level of background noise, and that just, it's not quite right. Like, there's not enough with just the table audio, and I don't want to listen to a book and play and talk to the people on the other end at the same time. So, we have compromised. Table audio is off. You guys have my full attention.
Dave asks, did I get the Cowabunga collection? I have not yet. I keep looking at it. I will probably pick it up for Switch to play it with the kids.
Look, I increased your jackpot.
We shall see.
Split if you win, okay?
What's the cow? Is that all pinball, or is that a
What do you mean
variety
it's
of
not real
different
money?
games?
It's a variety of different Turtles games. The classic Turtles games.
It's having a good game.
Please, just
I would have,
please,
but I spent all my money
show
on
something.
pre-ordering a Kingdom Hearts Tamagotchi. That sounds awesome. Do you know which character you get?
Hey, Hollywood.
Hello, Hollywood. I am doing quite well, thank you.
Uh-oh. Note to self.
I keep forgetting to
Less
try for the
idle.
skill shot. I don't actually know what it is on this table.
I can do that, Bob. I was wondering about that. I had it set up for ducking, and then it went haywire when butt drugs started playing, so let me know if that's better. I'm kind of adjusting the audio on the fly. The Sora version was sold out and had $200 scalper prices, so I got the car. Ooh. That's no fun.
Really intense for a Tamagotchi, man.
Well, it is
We are still
Kingdom
talking.
Hearts.
I didn't realize Kingdom Hearts was that big of a thing.
Kingdom Hearts is life.
Isn't it a little above our kids' age level for the most part?
Probably, but I haven't stopped Gordon from playing it.
Well, he's like collected some of that action, like blind bag action figure type deals and stuff, but I've never seen him actually play the game, so I'm not familiar with it. I just know that the characters look like older versions of the characters that I'm familiar with. I don't know. Give me an old Capcom Aladdin any day.
For Sega, Super Nintendo, or arcade?
Super Nintendo. I've never tried it on arcade. Do we have it? Can I try it?
Yeah.
Shit. If I didn't have to work in the morning. Although, I can probably take an extra half hour for lunch since I worked tonight. When's your lunch hour? Want to meet me and have a battle?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Although I'm still not playing arcade yet.
Do you want to tag team it? I'll be the joystick and you can be the buttons?
No, I do that with the kids. It never works out
Okay,
well.
fine. You can handle the joystick and I'll take the buttons.
Although it did work well at the Galaga. So at Chuck E. Cheese, they have a new version of Galaga where you win tickets, and I just had one of my kids spam the fire button nonstop.
It was really cute. I wish I had pictures. I was too busy helping my other son con the claw machine with those little spiky balls that are like this big.
Lynn says just duct tape your left hand to the joystick. That might work, except that moving my wrist is what hurts. And my thumb.
You could sit on a stool and use your knee.
Not
Don't worry.
efficiently.
Play it. I'll take pictures. We could hook up the DDR pad to be your buttons.
Ooh, that reminds me. Are you going to play D&D tomorrow night?
I am.
Then I will probably be playing DDR Pinball tomorrow night.
I love DDR pinball. It makes me happy. Nothing more fun than coming home from a night out playing games to Paul going, "Can you put my shower thing on? I need a shower."
For the little bit of feet shuffling that I did, it was quite the workout, which really surprised me.
An hour of dance, that's why I did Zumba for so long, man. An hour of dancing, even if you're not doing it well or, don't know all the moves, it is so good for your body. It's a lot of calories.
Higher Peanut says, I tried to fly a jet in Battlefield 2 with a DDR pad once. I bet that actually would work pretty well, because the hardest part about flying the jet was keeping the nose straight. If you're only dealing with the sides, that probably actually worked pretty well.
Yeah, I would love to see if there's video evidence of this. I want to see someone fly a plane with their feet.
Higher Peanut says, I crashed into a helicopter and calls it a win.
I mean, maybe it was a helicopter full of bad guys. So, although it was Flight Simulator, so maybe not.
Reboot and Tog says, when's the DDR stream? You don't want to see me play DDR. I can't do it. I'm not that fast.
What is with these side lanes today? Jesus.
I'll play pinball with the pad, but you don't want to see me play DDR or Pump It Up or any of those. I'm just absolutely... I have no rhythm, and I'm terrible.
Oh, hey, I just happened to look up, and we have 7 more viewers than the last time I checked, so if you've just joined us, thank you. We are giving away worms, because my husband is, contagious and likes to do such things.
Worms WMD.
You have to type in a thing, and then you get a ticket and be entered to the drawing. I don't know what it is, but it is a thing.
Exclamation point raffle.
Okay, I was going to say ticket. So, exclamation point raffle if you want some of my husband's delicious, massively destructive worms.
Higher Peanut says, have you seen the clip of a streamer getting a snipe kill by playing a recorder? I have not.
I feel like that is a thing.
Jared, thank you for playing, and if you have to jet, have a good night. Thank you for joining us.
You know me, I'm happy to help out. I'm sure that I will be back eventually. Probably not next week because my husband thinks that he wants to do it himself. But I'll be around just in case.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'm getting my stitches out on Friday. and then hopefully I'll feel alright. I don't know. We'll see. Friday they'll tell me.
Did y'all see that? That was
awesome.
That was so cool. That's like what happens to me when I play Robo War constantly, but no one ever sees it. I get dead balls back all the time. Okay, nope, that one's really dead. Oh, hey, look, you got 2 tickets. Do you know why you got 2 tickets? Because you are a follower. Awesome.
Followers get 1 ticket, subscribers get 2.
Because you're a follower and a subscriber. Because you're awesome. Alright, let's check some scores. I've not really improved, but that's okay because it is all about you, the viewer, here at Pinball Paladin Arcade Land. Let's see what's going on in my life. Alright. Dave950 apparently set a really high bar. Still in first place with 27 million. Joe Soap sneaking in second with 24. Jacob in third with 21. Jared left us, but not before putting up 20 million. Followed by Lord Hawk in fifth. Jedi Boy in sixth. Team Paladin in seventh. Our friend Smog in eighth. I can scroll.
Don't forget Rad has 8.7.
Okay, just kidding. Rad Verde is in 8th, and then Smog in 9th, followed by Lucifer Bob, Hackney Fairy, RB Wings. Okay, that's funny. And Rabutentag as our temporary yet awesome power bottom. Let's play some more pinball. How much time we got left on the clock there, Paladin?
30 minutes. Halfway.
30 minutes. You're halfway through. This is where I really start to shine, but not really.
Interesting skill shot attempt.
I don't know what the skill shot is. I've just been plunging different depths and then looking away. You want to tell me what the skill shot is?
I actually don't know. I suppose I could look it up since we have a table guide.
Okay, so when I asked you earlier, I was sort of trying to plug your table guide, but also I just wanted you to look it up and tell me. I'll be a little more explicit next time. Husband, please tell me how to make the skill shot. Look it up if you must.
I could, but I don't want to.
You sabotaging my pinball game? I am on your team tonight, mister. I don't think a skill shot is really going to improve my score that much because I'm not playing well tonight. Look, I made a shot on purpose, so that was fun.
Hollywood Polo, thank you for the dramatic chipmunk. I'm glad it's working again. Skill shot. There are 3 possible rollover targets that you must have the ball roll through to be awarded with a skill shot, but only one is active at any given time.
I assume it'll tell you which one is active if you're smart enough to look.
In the plunger lane, there's the 3 Deadpool rollovers, and they light up differently. So it's going to be a soft plunge.
So you have to do like between the lit up one and the next one and not go over?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's kind of what Guns N' Roses was trying for too, except for failing. Because it didn't matter how you plunged it, you couldn't hit it. You know who's really good at... I won't use names because she's a minor, but our favorite little 8-year-old pinball player that comes to the women's tournaments kicks major ass at Guns N' Roses. Like, seriously. She's all like getting like 3 or 4 million. And I'm like, huh, look, I got 100,000. It was it was really cool to watch. I love watching her play. She's pretty fantastic.
So those in chat have said when you're getting ready to plunge, if you hold the left flipper, it will tell you which one is lit.
Okay. Ooh.
You have at least one more little fella to hit, I believe. Oh, no, you gotta shoot the spinner.
That spinner? Okay, why does that ramp poop it down the side lane? That's probably why I keep dropping them, because I'm not getting it up that wooden ramp high enough, and it just comes right back down. But now that I've paid attention and I know that, we can not do that anymore. Alright. Hold the left flipper. Wait, is this ball 3? Alright, so the first one is lit. Let's see if we can... Closer. I think it's a little too much. Or are the crates being on fire a sign of a shot well skilled?
Nope, it was a missed skill shot.
Okay.
That would be one of those moments that if the table audio were on, it would tell you.
90% of the time, the things that table audio tells you are like, make this shot. And you're like, well, duh, it's blinking. I know I need to make the shot. If I could make the shot, don't you think I'd have made it already? Which one is it that's like, oh, that was bad? I forget which table it is, but it makes me giggle.
There's a few. If you enjoy Pinball FX action, we'll be doing this again on Wednesday night over at Game Club Central.
Oh my gosh, guys, we do this.
I owned a Doctor Who for many years. Big Doctor Who fan.
Me too.
That might be my favorite table of all. All pinballs is Doctor Who.
You know, basement. Talk to you guys, but
you know, but you play a game of Doctor Who, you get it.
60% of the time, it works every time. Hello, good grief.
Hey, 60% odds is better than no odds. So tell me, does this table exist in real life, or is this a FX3 only?
This is FX3 only. There is a Deadpool table. Have you ever played one?
Yes, I played it at a friend's house and loved it. And they also have it at Pinball Land, or they did for a while. I don't know if they still have it, because I haven't been there in a couple months. Oh, I remembered what my other least favorite game is.
What's that?
Taxi.
Oh, shame.
I love hating Taxi. It is one of my favorite pastimes, how much I hate that game.
What about Diner?
I like Diner. You don't like Diner?
No, I love Diner. I don't understand how you can like one or dislike one and like the other, though.
I think it's because I always play Rodney's Taxi, and he has the difficulty set to haha no.
This is true.
Like, even he can't get the skill shot on his right now. Or at least good last time I was there. At least your torpedo one is growing on me. Ah, too far.
I don't think that's going to end up being my Torpedo Alley. We talked price. I don't think you're going to want to pay that much for Torpedo Alley.
No, I think I want a new used car first.
I didn't see that one coming. I have no response.
I'd buy Nitro off him, though. I like Nitro.
Nitro Ground Shaker? Really?
Yeah. I think it's funny that you don't like it. But what I think is even funnier is that you're surprised that I do. Is it not exactly my kind of table?
It is, but for the price of a new used car, I don't know if I'd want Nitro Ground Shaker.
Yeah, that one is not as expensive as you think it is.
Try me. I bet he's asking.
Supposed to share his pricing guidelines.
Never mind.
But he took it to the pinball at the zoo and listed it at a certain price, and that was a high price for what it is. But I probably would have still paid it because I like the table. I'm not a very good business person, but yeah, it wasn't that much.
See, I thought if you surprise come home with a table, I always thought it would be Tales from the Crypt or Meteor.
I would show up with Meteor. I would show up with RoboWar.
Have they replaced Tales of the Crypt in your heart?
I would also show up with, I love most of the spooky tables. Not Spooky the brand, although those are fun too, but, you know, like Halloween-esque type themed monster tables. With the exception of Addams Family. Not a big fan of Addams Family.
For shame.
But yeah, no, I'm more likely to just walk in the door with, like, an old EM. Or something I found on the side of the road. That's assuming I can find someone's truck to borrow. Oof.
Are you taking a truck to Pinball Expo?
Are we taking a truck to Pinball Expo?
I wasn't sure if we were driving together or not.
Maybe I should check with my dad before he goes on his trip.
I was going to say, they're going to be in Italy, so I just assumed you were driving his truck.
You guys, apparently 10 million is my target score. That's like...
Yay, 10 million.
I'm going to play one more before I check scores again. That should get us to about the 3/4 point.
We have 20 minutes remaining.
Yeah, one more game. If it goes poorly, should get us about there.
I don't know if the 10-minute warning is going to work or not, but I'm excited to find out.
I will happily make a buzzer noise for you if it doesn't, though, so just let me know. Don't forget that at the end, if you have not finished the score sequence and gotten back to the screen with the tournament info on it, your score will not post. So if it runs down to 0 and you haven't completed the sequence, you're out of luck if that was your best game.
Roller Pinball says you'll need a truck to bring home those new pins.
Yeah. Suppose I will have to borrow the truck. So funny, we've been in the market, like, we've been planning on buying one ever since I went back to work. And just, it hasn't worked out the few times that we were actively looking. Or the ones that we find on the internet gets sold like 10 minutes before we see it. Just... Or we don't happen to have a truck when we go to Expo.
I don't know. I mean, if you buy something at Expo, I'll rent a truck if I have to, but unless it's like a... I
can't wait to drive a U-Haul through Chicago.
Oh, never again. But hey, Expo's in Schaumburg, so we're going to avoid most of downtown.
I know. I like driving big cars in Chicago because that's just about the only thing people respect is, I can squash you.
Depending on the table, if we can fold the head down, we might be able to get it in the CRV. There wouldn't be room for me, but...
I'll just put you on a train.
Exactly.
Then we have a welcome home from Expo party with all of our friends. They can help us get it into the house. We can get the seller to help us load.
You drive it home, I'll go home with Marty, and then I'll fly back from Columbus or something.
You get to go home with Marty.
Fine, I'll drive the truck.
I'm just kidding. I would much rather drive the truck.
I know that, which is why I said it. You know that I would much rather not drive.
Pick on you. I'm sorry. Why can't I hit this stupid baby Deadpool? I don't... There it is.
Jacob says because Marty is his mistress.
Seriously. No joke. I cannot tell you the number of times.
Roller Pinball says, can confirm a pin fits in a CRV.
There you go. But do they fit in like the 90s CRVs? Or I don't know. I don't think they were around in the 90s. The 2000s CRVs or like the new ones? Because the new ones are a little bit bigger.
Well, we have 6 foot clearance, or we have 6 feet of bed. It's the head clearance. And like I can think of some Gottliebs, like RoboWar, that's not fitting in the back. It's going to be too tall. And I know you, if there's a RoboWar there, we're coming home with it.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to trade my car for it.
Hey, there's a thought. That's something I hadn't thought of.
You can try and trade your car for a pinball machine?
Well, no, we'll trade the CRV and then you can buy a truck.
I'm not buying a car in Chicago.
Lynn says, how many machines do you intend to bring home? Good question, Lynn.
How many can I fit in my truck?
Eligos, good evening. Thank you for joining us. I hope your night
If
is
I
well.
borrow my dad's truck, there is a distinct chance for more than one. That's assuming, though, that they're at reasonable prices. I know a lot of people tend to price their stuff a little bit higher at Expo unless they're, like, highly motivated to get it gone. So, you know. But, like, Pinball at the Zoo, they ended up having an auction, and had I brought more cash, I would have come home with at least one.
That was a blackout, right, that you wanted?
Oh, I'm just talking about the auction part. Had I
Oh.
had the cash, yes, I would have bought a blackout. It was in great working condition. It needed some paint touch-ups and that kind of stuff I'm really good at. So yeah, we would have come home with that, but it was a Saturday. My withdrawal limit was lower than the amount of cash that I would need, and they would only accept cash. So, like, I had the money, I just didn't have the means to access it. So, it was a close thing.
Well, now you know for next year.
Yep.
RB Wings is here, and RB Wings says they just put up first place for now. They just got done watching football and Quantum Leap. I have not watched the new Quantum Leap. I wasn't aware it started. I just saw the trailer. I have a morbid curiosity about the reboot.
I don't know. Have I seen the original? You would be the one that would know.
I don't know. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Joe Picasso, how's it going?
If you want to know if I've seen something, you're better off asking Paul. My memory for entertainment-style trivia is terrible and selective.
Ira Peanut asks, was it really worth rebooting? I don't have an answer for that because I was happy with the way it was, but if there's more of it, I would at least check it out.
I gotta stop getting them halfway up these ramps. I should know by now that halfway up is a fail and it will go down the outline.
Best of both worlds. Football on the arcade cab, pinball on the pin cab, and Paladin on the TV in the middle. We've done that a few times.
It's part of Paladin on the TV in the middle. Just saying.
Oh, I see you brought the party to me. Stark style.
I'm all that and he's the bag of chips.
I'm a bag of something lately.
You're not supposed to give those secrets away to the public.
Which reminds me, I need another beer.
There's one Corona in the fridge out here if you want it. That's it. There's a Corona and a Dragon Ball Z energy drink. And you can't have the energy drink because you promised it to the baby.
Bag of mostly water. That is correct, Lynn. And Vicodin.
Like 80%. Imagine that. 80% water, not 80% Vicodin. So that felt like a better ball. Yes, yes it was. That just brought my ranking up a little bit.
Nicely done. There are 12 minutes remaining. I'm going to go find that beer.
Any of our crew planning on going to the Chicago Expo in October? Oops, too hard. That's not what she said. Is that yes to the mostly water or the yes to your coming to Expo? When you said bag of something, I flashed to an old Star Trek episode. It's true. Scientifically, you know. Oh, look, it's a paladin.
So you think you're stronger than me, huh? Get down here and I'll show you.
Guys, I choose the brightest, most obnoxious colors I can for the rewrap. Wait, what? Oh, launch? What? What is this? I gotta, like, hit buttons and stuff. Oh, this would kill your paladin, but I'm killing. Ooh. I beat Deadpool. There you go. Game over. I have won. And I made it look good. I'm just kidding. Do you see what happens when I get excited about something? Death. Death happens when I get excited about something.
You have failed me for the last.
Do I have another ball? Ooh. This is my not excited face.
I was going to ask you to open my beer, but you were arm wrestling at the time, so I just kind of awkwardly stood over your shoulder so people could see my struggle.
Arm wrestling.
Hey, the 10-minute warning worked.
Yeah, sorry I didn't suck this game so that I could read the scores to you before the 10-minute warning. So, I didn't know that arm wrestling thing was a thing. But I do have a good record with arm wrestling in general.
This is true. She has a trophy for it. It's on our fireplace mantle.
Which ball am I supposed to hit?
The one closest to the flipper.
I was only focused on the blue one because I didn't see the silver one. Like, it's new, it's shiny. Let's hit it. Is this is a mode that I've never played before.
Increased multiplier. Really?
It seems to auto hit the blue one. Sometimes. Ooh, I'm about to pass Dave 950's high score from earlier. I'm sure someone else has probably outdone him by now, but...
BP Fiend says, do like Marty and hit all the balls.
Oh. Yes. Marty is a great role model when it comes to hitting balls. Did I earn an extra ball, or was that just only my second ball? Oh, okay. It was the end. It just pretended to not be.
The end.
Well, it is a good time to check scores. I did not surpass Dave 950, but I came pretty close.
VP Fiends, I do not have a dick punch redeemed, but I do have something similar. One moment.
Oh, and just as I approached his score, Dave decided to do better, so yeah. That's okay. Alright, RB Wings jumping into first with almost 60 million, followed by Joe Soap in second with 34 million. excuse me, Dave950 in third with 30 million. Has Rad Verde posted any new scores?
Not that I've seen.
All right. Team Paladins coming in fourth. In fifth, we have Jacob B. In sixth, we have Hug Polo. Jared Gage in seventh. Lord Hawk in eighth. Scrolly. Jedi Boy in ninth. Smog in 10th. Then we would have Rad Verde in 11th, followed by Lucifer Bob, Reboot and Dog, Hagrid Fairy, and Joey Bolu. Wow, that's a lot. 83.
Joe Picasso.
With 82.
Well, you got 6 minutes left. Hurry for that last game.
Yeah. Want to bet? I bet I could play a game that is under 6 minutes on purpose on this table.
And try to tell Pinball is here.
Hey, I tried to tell. Welcome to the party. Ain't no party like a Deadpool party.
And VP Fiends, this is for you.
Deadpool says, ain't that a lot of hyperbole?
What? Your wiener?
That's literally what his speech bubble said, so. If you haven't already, please type in that exclamation point raffle. Get your ticket for your Worms Weapons of World Domination or whatever.
Oh, bounce up.
Away.
He was able to save it and make it
I
work.
almost had it and then I got distracted by Pinball. Husband? Tell the nice folks what I meant to say.
Worms WMD. You were close enough.
I prefer Worms of World Domination, personally, but that's just because Domination is my fourth favorite D.
We could do with a modern Worms pinball. That would be great.
Well, hey, we know some people that like to build fun things with pinball.
This is true.
Don't forget, if you're playing along, that you have to have completed the scoring sequence if you want this current score to submit.
And we are below 5 minutes.
If you have not gotten back to that tournament info screen, by the time the countdown hits 0, your score will not count. So if it is the most epic game of your pinball career, please consider devising an exit strategy.
Drain them balls.
Drain them balls. Oops, I dropped my balls. Look, I just shocked my husband into speechlessness. That only happens about 4 times a day, folks. You saw it here.
VP Fiends, we have a raffle going for Worms WMD. Just type exclamation point raffle in chat for a chance to win.
Hey, have we done our round of shoutouts yet?
I have been, yes. I missed Lynn, though. One moment.
Dare you miss Lynn? Lynn is the best. Unless you were saving Lynn for last, then I could understand.
Hey, look at all these balls.
Balls.
Copy.
All right, then. We can play pinball or we can talk. What do you guys prefer?
Looks like Lynn is playing Goldeneye.
Right now?
In the clip.
Oh. I just wanted to watch someone play Goldeneye. Oh wait, I'm live on the internet. I can't do that.
3 minutes remaining.
Ooh, it's back. Yeah. I was playing a game of Genesis with my good friend Jamie the other day, and well, he wasn't my opponent, but he was sitting next to me on 300 at Rodney's, and I decided that every time I actually made a ramp or made a shot on purpose, I would go, aha! The amount of eye rolls I got was totally worth it.
Fiends asked, how's the recovery going? It's going pretty well, Fiends. I hope to have my stitches out on Friday, and hopefully they will tell me whether or not I can play pinball.
The plan at this time is for him to come back next week. We'll see how it goes.
Jacob says you can never play pinball again.
Just imagine the tragedy that would be if I had to come back for another week. I can just see you crying now. All right, we have got to be getting down close to 0. Where are we?
Really Bake says, not that I have any shame, but I've just put it out there. The sub 1 million score is my son.
Is that half-baked or twice-baked?
I think it's half-baked.
Well, you could be twice-baked if your wife was also a potato. Because, you know, it takes 2 to bake. See, when 2 potatoes really love each other, they crawl into the oven and get under the tin foil.
I look forward to this clip in the morning.
In the morning. You can watch it in 10 seconds.
We are sub 1 minute.
All right, guys. Exit, exit, exit. Unless it's not a game that you want posted, and then, you know, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and drain so that once the timer runs out, I can read the scores.
Lord Hawk says, tater tots.
Tater tots. Hey, everybody's got their own preparation methods. What's important is that you always grease the pan. Stay tuned for more sex talk with Stacy.
Is Sue Johansson still alive?
I feel like the internet would cry a lot if she died, so she's got to still be alive. Right?
I don't know. She was like 100 back then.
I don't think she was as old as you think she was. I think she's one of those people that aged to a certain point and then just didn't anymore for a really long time.
Like Arn Anderson, who looked like he was 50 when he was 32.
Right, but then he also looked like he was 50 when he was whatever age he was. So, how long did he last? Or is he still going?
Arn Anderson, he's still going.
Probably doesn't look a day over 57. All right, guys. I think that it is that time.
Really Bake says Sue Johansson is 92.
It is not quite time for you to show me your biddies yet. That will be coming soon. It is time for scores. All right. Do we have anybody post scores in chat that are not on FX3 that we need to keep in mind?
Rad Verde, if you're there, please submit your final score.
Would the real Rad Verde please stand up? Why? This is not an active tournament anymore, so now I don't know where to find it. Blah, 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 blah.
Should be toward the top because you're under finished tournaments.
No, it starts with Zen. Woo! 2-finger scroll go too fast. There we are.
There it is.
All right. Boys, girls, otherwise, let's get down to business. All right. Not much has changed since we last checked in. RB Wings, not to be confused with Arby's Wings, or Are These Wings, is in first with 59 million. Dave 950. Ooh, Dave, nicely done. Taking second with 48.5 million. Joe Soap in third with 34 million. Team Paladin stuck in fourth. In fifth, we've got Jacob V. Sixth, Hug Polo. Seventh, Jared Gage. Eighth, Lord Hawk. Jedi Boy Smog in ninth and 10th. 11th would be Rad Verde. Followed by Lucifer Bob. Joey Bolu 83. Reboot Tag, Hackety Fairy, oop, and Potato Product at the bottom. Thank you, everyone, for playing. Last chance to get yourself into the raffle.
Vinny Blank is here. Welcome, Vinny. I hope it's going well. Jason had a really good joke, and I'm trying to find it. There it is. Rabudentag. What's the Canadian to U.S. score conversion rate? Trying to help out Really Baked there. And Joey.
Ooh. I'm not the Bob.
It's RB like Red Bull wings, right? Or you just drink too much caffeine?
Oh, we have the wings. I get it, because Red Bull gives you wings.
And Rabuden says, Arby's gives me the meat sweats.
I thought that was saucy, but whatever.
All right.
We usually have the meats. Do we have the meats tonight, or is the meats on break still?
The meats is watching football tonight.
Ooh. How could you skip me for football?
Because it's football?
I'm just kidding. I know people in their football. It's fine. I'm not crying on the inside at all.
All right. We're going to close the entries here. Closing entries for the raffle in 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, sad you missed out, but don't worry. I think there's something going on during the second half of our stream. Right? We're going to give away some stuff.
There was a football riot recently? That's awesome. I missed this.
Hey, that sounds like the best kind of football. I mean, you're wrong. I like watching boys chase balls, but bonus points if there's a little action in there.
Hecate, you are the winner of Worms WMD. Oh, who was the winner of the table?
Just kidding.
Was it?
Awesome. I thought that you were just talking about like the teams fighting each other. All right then. You said riot, not brawl. My mistake.
Who was the winner? I forget. Was it Dave? Or was it RB Wings? RB Wings was first, correct? We might need to check again.
What happened? Wings wins it.
Okay. So RB Wings, if you're still there in chat, please let us know what table you'd like for us to play next week.
Who said, yes, hockey is a contact sport. My favorite contact sport is water polo. Because what the refs don't see goes. It was my jam when I was younger. I still float. I don't swim as fast as I used to.
RB Wings, absolutely, yes. We can. You can let us know when we come back from break. We're going to take a couple-minute break here and set up for the Cirqus Voltaire tournament. We'll be giving away a copy of Pinball FX3 Marvel Legends, or is it? I think it's Legends and Virtue Pack. That'll be coming up for the second half raffle. But let's go to a 2-minute break, and we'll see everybody in a minute.
Show me your biddies.
Every time you watch my stream, it's the best fun I ever had. What's this? I just got a notification that you did something right. Thank you for flashing your biddies. Those are the biggest biddies I've ever seen.
And we're back. I hope. Wait for the table. Waiting. Hey, I see a back glass. There it is. All right. Let's kick this off. Mrs. Paladin, when you're ready.
My mistake. I got distracted by my cellular device.
Oh no.
I thought that you were still showing me your biddies. I didn't realize it was go time, and then all of a sudden you were talking and I was like mid-text message, and yeah. So here we are. We are getting ready to play Circus Voltaire. Who chose this table for us?
I don't remember. I think it was Joe Soap, but I could be wrong.
All right. Well, thank you, probably Joe, for this delightful, see my eye roll table choice. I will do my best. No promises. Any announcements before we get started?
I don't think so. I'll start the raffle once we get the table going.
Oh, RB Wings says Champion Pub.
Ooh, all right. We can do Champion Pub next week.
I like that one. As I was saying before, a good brawl, especially when it's on a pinball table, always makes me happy. All right, I am going to push the go button in 3, 2, 1. Blast off number 1, blast off number 2. We are rolling. Please join us.
All right, 60 minutes on the timer. Joe says, I'll choose Funhouse next time for that. Rudy versus Ringmaster 1v1.
You know what I like more than Circus Voltaire?
Funhouse?
I actually like Funhouse compared to Circus Voltaire. I don't know what it is. I'm just not great at making the shots, I think, which is a me problem. Hey, do I have to keyboard the screen change?
It should be the middle button on the lock bar.
Oh, I thought it was the far right one. I was trying to figure it out. Ooh, what color? I don't think I've ever done orange. I usually do purple, but it's kind of glary with this setup. So let's do orange. Ooh. Yeah, no, too angry. Orange it is.
Dave, I do have Zakaria Pinball. We used to do Zakaria and Chill on Tuesdays.
Zakaria and Chill was one of our favorites for a while.
We will be bringing that back, but I'm kind of waiting until I can actually play pinball.
For the Ringmaster Marvel.
That was when we got really a lot of time to hang out with Casey and his wife, because they were pretty much our main regulars when we did Zakaria and Chill. So it would be like a couple, plus like one other person. Jamie and Casey would take turns on theirs, and then I would log in and Paladin would log in. And I really like most of the Zakaria tables. I'm struggling to think of one that I didn't enjoy a little bit. Especially like that weird, I don't know if it's leprechaun themed, but it's the one with the rainbow.
Farfalla.
Yeah, it's just weird and random. Oh, and the space shuttle one that they have. The one that's space shuttle, but not space shuttle. Or it's called space shuttle.
I know that's one of your favorites.
It's space shuttle 19. Yeah. Yes, I know I crashed and burned. Ugh, guys, just don't pay attention to this warm-up game. Pay attention to your own game, and then I'll start playing pinball in a game or two. Ooh, this table does look really cool, and I don't normally love circus-themed tables. Like the visual, because I don't like the clash, visually speaking, of red and yellow together. This has got enough cool colors in it that it kind of balances it out, so I like it.
What's funny is you've never told me that, and that is literally my entire stream overlay is red, yellow, and green.
You like it, and your viewers don't complain, so why would I complain?
Dune says, just played the Circus Voltaire at Barcade in Philly on Saturday. Played real nice.
I'd say, is it more fun in real life than it is on the computer?
It is much more fun in real life than it is in Pinball FX3.
So are there multiple models, or do they all have the little springboard head in the corner?
They all have it.
I was gonna say, that was before they started releasing different, like...
Yeah, it was one size fits all. It wasn't until 2000 Stern that you had multiple models that I can think of.
You must challenge me.
Try Stars Phoenix. It's the only Zakaria table with multi-ball. What about Time Machine? I'm pretty sure Time Machine has multi-ball.
Holy smoke!
Ah, you guys, it's foaming over.
Try to Tilt says, I waited in line for 45 minutes with Rad Verde at TPF before giving up to play Cirqus Voltaire.
Oh no. It's funny that it's this popular. I mean, I guess really there is no, like, accounting for people's opinions, right? If they've made it, then someone probably really likes it. But yeah, not my jam. No.
I'm sorry for the wait, Tilt. I can tell you that at Intarium in Chicago, Cirqus Voltaire is one of the few tables with no wait time.
Oh, good. The warm-up game is over. Whew, we can all breathe a sigh of relief. And now, we can get to the pinball.
Tournament results.
Look it, I'm the first one out, so we don't even need to check scores.
2,704 Cirqus Voltaires were produced by Bally. Finding one in the wild is a treat.
Alright, I want you all to tell me what your favorite table is.
Higher Peanut says, Addams Family is good, but not the level of the massive hype it gets. I will agree with that, Higher Peanut. I like Addams Family a lot, but I don't think it deserves the moniker of, you know, greatest of all time. Like, greatest selling, maybe, sure, but I agree, it gets too much praise.
The monster tables, as I like to call them, it is one of my least favorites. I don't hate it, but it is not even on any of my lists.
I know, you would rather buy an Elvira.
Wouldn't everyone?
Let's review your circus.
Like, really?
I think everyone wants an Elvira table. I think everyone wants a different Elvira table.
How many are there?
3. There is Party Monsters, Scared Stiff, and House of Horrors.
Which one has the backdoor special?
House of Horrors.
That's the one I want. Although, to be honest, I'd probably take any of them. But that's the one that I...
That's the best you got.
If I buy one, can I get a backdoor special?
Baby, just remember to grease the pan. That's all that matters. It's all about skill.
Pride Tilt says Woz, Wizard of Oz. It's unaffordable, so I'll take a Grand Prix.
Grand Prix. I don't remember Grand Prix.
Higher Peanut wants an Iron Maiden. I could get behind that.
What's the car one that we play periodically on here? Because I saw that in the wild for the first time in August. That was kind of fun to play in real life. The one with the shift.
Oh, Getaway, High Speed 2.
Yeah, Getaway. That was really fun. I liked it a lot better in real life.
I think I like High Speed more.
I played that at Free Play in the Detroit area. I don't remember which little sub-Detroit city it is in.
Dune says they are 51 in line at their distributor for a Godzilla Pro.
Did I make the ball save? Yes.
Really Bake says, I want a TNA 2.0, but the Canadian distributor I'd use didn't get any.
Oh, I'm so sad for you. I love TNA. TNA is on my list of top 10s. It is probably one of my top 5 of the newer style tables.
I believe there is officially a ban now on calling it TNA 2.0. I think they're going with Collector's Edition because the new TNA is really just enhancements to the existing.
Am I gonna get banned from the chat if I call it TNA 2.0?
No, I'm just saying that Spooky doesn't like it when we call it TNA 2.0.
Oh no, we know people from Spooky now, so we can't be wrong anymore. Gotta keep our new friends happy.
Dune says, Zen really got the flipper gap atrociously wrong on this table. I don't disagree.
That is one of my top reasons for not being my favorite table. We had a hearty debate about flipper gaps the other day.
We did, but we're not going to talk about that one.
Tournament results.
Flipper gaps are a very personal thing. However, I have an open door policy, so if you would like to talk about flipper gaps, you know where to find me. Ooh, we've got 6 players. Let's check some scores.
Digital Godzilla win. I'm going to guess probably about 2 years from now. Generally, most table authors try to wait between 2 and 5 years before releasing a digital version of a table because they want it to be out of production.
Babe, babe, babe.
Sorry, I got distracted in chat.
We're winning. And it's only going to last like 5 seconds, so take a screenshot. Here is our score so far. We have 6 players. Team Paladin is coming in first. Team Paladin's coming first. Then we have Joey Boy Lou, 83 in second. Really Baked in third. Jacob V, Duraka, Jedi Boy, and Reboot and Tog. It's a nice group of players. Oh, look, Joey was really close. Better pretend I'm better at this table and play it a little more. Hey, we're giving away a thing. If you are just joining us.
We are.
What thing are we giving away?
I forgot to start the raffle.
Well, it's a good thing I remembered to remind you to remember.
We are giving away the Marvel Pinball FX3 Vengeance and Virtue pack for Steam. If you'd like to enter the raffle, we only ask that you be a follower and type !raffle in chat. Mr. Hardluck would like everyone to know he'll be entering the circus shortly.
I'm gonna need my peanuts now.
You hate circus peanuts.
I don't want circus peanuts. I just want regular circus peanuts.
So the marshmallow kind or the actual peanut?
The kind that are just peanuts that you buy at the circus.
Salt or no salt?
Oh, salt. Babe, you can't eat nuts without salt. That's just... Unless they're sweet nuts, but even those need salt.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that go. I feel baited.
Perfect nuts in this world.
Lynn says she wants real nuts.
I got some real nuts for you. Right here. Not even a giggle. See, he doesn't think I'm funny. That's fine, though.
I'm drinking heavily?
Yes, your one Corona is gonna just...
I'm finishing it. It's time to move on to gin.
Wait, you're finishing the whole Corona? That's actually impressive. I don't think I could do that at this point. Due to the recovery from surgery status that all of the adults in our household have been in, there's not been a lot of alcohol in the last few months.
Higher Peanut says, we have a nut brand with the tagline, Nibble Nobby's Nuts.
Damn it, I need some.
I'm a little bit afraid to Google that.
Incognito mode. It is your friend.
Let's review your circus ability.
Lynn says, Google roulette.
I mean, if you're not at risk of getting flagged on a government website, are you really using the internet appropriately?
My donate command didn't work. That's no good.
You want me to-
There it goes. It was just uber delayed.
Oh, hey, we're in the middle of raising money for the babies. And, you know, the slightly less little babies. For all of the people's babies of various ages.
Oh. Higher Peanut sent me an image. One moment.
Watch, it's just a picture of him in a Speedo. Or her, or them. I actually don't know. That's one that I have not talked to in real life. And have not been instructed on.
Alright, they look like good nuts.
Congratulations! Peanut, your nuts are good.
It's a relatively nondescript package with some extra salty nuts, brand name Nobbies, and the tagline is indeed Nibble Nobbies Nuts. And they are a source of protein.
Nuts and protein. Two of my favorite things. Just for the record, let it be stated that Higher Peanuts nuts are Paladin approved.
Not gonna deny that.
Personally, I'd like a taste before I approve anyone's nuts. I need a laugh track.
I'm trying to hold it in.
Yeah, but like, my self-esteem is suffering with the lack of giggles coming from the other side of this team. like normally he laughs at my jokes. Let's pinball. Oh, so anyway, as of yesterday, Lisa and I are still battling it out for 5th and 6th. I think that I am solidly above her now after yesterday because I finished. Hey, look at all these balls. Balls. Places above her. All right. But it is a battle. Sad part is I don't think I'm gonna be able to go to the finals because I talked to one of the ladies that runs it and she's pretty sure that it's the weekend that I'm gonna end up being out on my conference for work, but.
That really sucks. You worked really hard to get to the state finals this year, and it had to be the absolute worst weekend.
I don't really, like, just the fact that I will probably be invited is pretty awesome, so, you know. Can't be too sad about it, but I will be in sunny Florida, so, you know. No.
Speaking of Florida, Retro Geek is here.
Hello, Retro Geek. I don't believe we've met. My name is The Wife. I am the better half of the Paladin team. Just kidding. I'm the cuter half. He's the better half.
I don't have a comeback for that.
Because it's true. Look at this face.
Joey Picasso, her actual Twitch username is The Wife.
You can call me Stacy or Monkey Balls. I've also been called Moose for a variety of years. Zelly for a while. My Twitch name is thewife_Zeeg because my last name for the longest time started with a Z. And once a Z, always a Z.
So, since you brought it up that we used to call you Moose, do we want, and we talked about arm wrestling earlier, do we want to tell people why we call you Moose?
Everyone Tell everyone why you call me Moose.
In college,
Call me Moose.
Moose here won a arm wrestling competition. It was a toga party, wasn't it? At Michigan State?
The Michigan State Tuba Toga Party.
And I will go get the trophy and walk it over to show on stream because we still display it on the fireplace mantle.
It was my proudest moment of college.
I mean, you know, next to
As a scrawny freshman. Now, to be fair, I played the euphonium, which is a marching baritone, basically. So it's the mini tuba, for those of you who are not marching band inclined. Sometimes they are shaped like a mini tuba, and sometimes the marching versions are shaped like a really fat, really heavy looking trumpet. So back when I was young and scrawny and in marching band, as a freshman, I walked in and beat all of the other ladies at the annual Tuba Toga Party for arm wrestling, and I got a trophy. And I walked out with a few things that I was not old enough to have stashed in my purse. So it really was quite a productive evening. But to this day, it is my favorite trophy that I have ever earned. And you will see why if Paladin comes out and gets it for you. If not, I will bring it next week and have him show it off to you. So more incentive to come visit us again next week. Hopefully, next week Paladin will be cleared to play. So he really wants to come and put his face in front of you again. But I'll still be around. I'm trying to convince him to let me be the voice backup sometime. Because I always find it more entertaining. Of course, he's really good at keeping a coherent conversation going while playing pinball than I am. Ooh, he's here with a trophy. Let me catch that ball.
I was gonna let you hold it for the camera.
I'll do my best. This? Oh, wow, that's heavier than I remember. I hope you can see it. It is a 4-H trophy with a very male pig. And it says 2000 Clinton County 4-H and Youth Fair Champion Market Hog. And underneath it, in silver Sharpie, it says Female Arm Wrestling. Best trophy of my life. And I love that it's the boy pig. I don't know why. Cracks me up every time. Right? Like, dude, it's the coolest trophy ever. And now back to pinball. I did win a trophy this weekend for my second place finish and a really cool Game of Thrones translate to add to my translate collection. I now have 3, unless, I don't know, Paul, have you won a translate too? Do we have 4? We have Game of Thrones. We have, we always call it The Mummy, but it's not The Mummy, it's Iron Maiden. And we have a, Game of Thrones, Iron Maiden. Bleh, brain. This is why I have a Paladin. Game of Thrones, Iron Maiden. What was the other one? Huh. It's gonna bother me until I forget that I forgot it.
Retro Geek, I would love to get some maiden testing in here, but I don't know. I'm not yet one of the cool kids, so I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna wait for it to be released like everybody else.
Am I cool enough? If I asked, do you think somebody would let me test their maiden?
If you had a spring for a neck.
So our translate collection is, we have Game of Thrones, Mando, Iron Maiden,
Mando, that's the one I couldn't remember.
Munsters, and then my proudest one is I have the Total Recall mock-up translate for the machine that was never actually produced.
So our friends, Jamie and Robin, have some really cool light boxes that they ordered. And eventually we're going to build a similar setup and display it along the back wall of our bar. But, not yet. Oh, guys, I more than doubled my score. Team Paladin. Team Paladin. That's me.
Retro Geek, I knew you were the creator. I was mostly just joking around. Thank you for subscribing. I missed that while I was walking around.
Oh, hey, thanks for subscribing. Sorry that I was distracted by my awesome trophy, but your subscription means a lot to us, too. Shall we check the scores? How much time do we have left on the clock, husband?
36 minutes.
All right, we're about halfway there.
Tournaments. Active tournaments.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Minus the 5 people that left. Jerks. Not that I watch the viewer count, because I want to know how I compare when I post. I'm like, I wonder how many less people want to watch me than want to watch Paladin.
Well, they missed out on the 4-H trophy.
They sure did. It is glorious. All right. Ooh. We have... So how am I supposed to talk about Ed? Is it Ed 20910? Is it...
I always say ED 209.
Okay. We got Ed 209. All right, we got ED 209 in first with 35.8 million. Second place is Smog with 29. Team Paladin is in third with 28.4. RV Wings, our champion of the first half, is in fourth. Reboot and Tog in fifth, followed by Lord Hawk, Joey Dubaka. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? I gotta know. La la la, find my place. Oh, hey, who wants to tell me how to pronounce this one? Dunadum? Dunadum? Dunadime? I don't know, but I bet it sounds really cool with an accent. That would be your 9th place. In 10th is Really Baked, Jedi Boy, and Jacob following closely behind. Someone please tell me how to pronounce that one because it's really cool and I want to know.
I've been going with Dune.
Dune. Or Done. The big D. You guys. Okay, next. Let's play some pinball. Can you believe they let me go live on the internet?
Yes.
It's true, they let anybody do it these days. All right. Dune, Dane. Dane? Dane. Dame? I think it's an M at the end, but thank you. So it is a long U.
Dubaka says, you weren't joking about the flipper gap. It's killing me. To use Lynn Denver's scale, I would say that the parking space is large enough for a Buick Riviera.
Not quite an RV, but it feels like it sometimes. What's the scale? Like Prius to...
I was thinking Gremlin to Buick Riviera. Maybe Volkswagen Bug.
So Buick is the biggest.
The Riviera specifically.
Okay, the Riviera is the biggest, but is this like a 5-car scale or is it like a 10-car scale? Or is it like a 3?
VW Beetles were believed smaller than AMC Gremlins.
I don't know because I've never sat in a Gremlin. Also, it's a car, so I don't really know anything about it.
I don't know if I could fit in a Gremlin anymore.
Sometimes you push the clutch before you push the gas and it goes, but that's pretty much, you know, car talk with Stacy.
I still want an AMC Eagle, but she won't let me buy one.
That's because I don't know what it is, and I want a new car.
And I want a station wagon with a plow, but, you know.
Oh, well, I'm fine with the plow. I just don't want a car that I have to sit down into anymore. My back is not good enough for that.
So we're getting an Escalade?
Sure, if you can find one that gets more than 20 miles to the gallon.
That eliminates most cars that are in your one and only criteria.
That's not true. Lots of the mid-size Hondas can do that. The newer ones. Of course, then you get out of my price range, so we are at an impasse.
It's only money.
It's not quite as difficult as a land war in Asia, but it's close.
And we've come full circle to anybody want a peanut.
Oh, also, we've gone 0 days without a Princess Bride incident in the family.
But we have made it 100 days without a Ford Fairlane incident.
This is true. Damn it. Well, I guess it doesn't count as an incident because you haven't quoted it yet, but you're about to.
Nope, I'm gonna let it go. I was just gonna let you cringe.
He does love me. I love how much I hate that movie. But no, the record I think is now we have gone about 1.5 years where at least once a day in a public conversation I have included a Princess Bride quote. I actually did it at my daily stand-up meeting today as well. So 2-for-1 special.
Really Bake says I fought it for too long, but I'm 100% minivan dad now.
Minivans are cool. There's nothing wrong.
Minivans are great. Remember, condoms prevent minivans.
Yeah, so does not buying a minivan.
I'm only a little bit bitter about minivans because for once in my life, I bought myself a shiny, brand new 2014 Honda. I don't even know what it is anymore.
I think it's an Accord.
No, it's a Civic. The Accord came later.
Whether it's a Civic or an Accord.
But I bought a 2014 Civic, only new car I ever bought off the lot. And then Stacy had a Honda Odyssey minivan, which was a great minivan. And as soon as I got my Civic, her minivan started having issues. So per usual, Dad drives
with
the
350,000 miles on it started having issues.
Yes, we drove it to almost 500,000 miles.
I drove it till parts started falling off of it. Literally, in the Culver's parking lot. My favorite thing about Hondas and Toyotas is that parts will literally fall off your car, but it'll still run. It'll run forever.
And I'm not saying I killed the minivan on purpose, but at 350,000 miles, we discovered that there might be some hairline cracks in the serpentine belt. And I was like, I'm not going to put $2,000 into replacing it on a vehicle that has 350,000 miles. And then the car, to spite me, went another 100,000 miles.
You know, if it makes it till this time next year, then we'll trade it in. And see what we can get for it. We got a decent amount out of it, didn't we?
Yes, it did not run, and I got $500.
Oh, I thought you ended up selling it for more than that.
Nope. I drove, well, so the serpentine belt like half cracked, so it was like splintered, but it was still spinning. So I drove it in first gear to a local dealership, and they had like a tax time special. So they had like I drove it in first gear to the local dealership. They had a tax time special. They had a 2000 Honda Accord for $1,000. They gave me $500 for the minivan. I wrote them a check for the rest, and I drove home with the rusted 20-year-old Accord.
Tale of two Hondas. Back when we had two white Honda sedan type cars, because that was, wait, they were both Civics, or was the older one an Accord?
The older one was an Accord.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, we had two nearly identical, minus the year of make and model cars. It was weird.
Except that the one that I drove didn't have heat, defrost, or air conditioning, or a stereo.
I mean, at least it was equal to itself, you know.
But I paid $500 for the car, and I sold it for $1,000 cash.
Drove it for a few years, but just not on the highway. And it was fine.
I refused to put $1 into it. If stuff fell off or it broke, I just dealt with it. I was like, this is my to work and home car.
It was, obviously oil changes, but I think we put almost new tires on it at one point.
I never did one oil change. No, we did do one oil change in that car in the 3 years we had it.
It was the home version. It was not the,
I changed the oil once. I did a full synthetic, and I said, if it dies, it dies.
Jesus owned a minivan?
Jesus owned one, but he did not speak of his own accord.
Peanut, you're my favorite today. Not only does Peanut respond to my jokes, but he's got good nuts.
The other thing on that car is the door locks did not work at all. And the key I had, so it was old enough that it had two keys, one for the door and one for the ignition. And the door locks were sprung anyway, but the key didn't work in the door anyway. I could only use the ignition. And there was a day that someone got into my car at work and they stole all of my pinball quarters out of the ashtray. And I actually filed a police report over like $7 because I was so pissed because we were going to a tournament that night.
Sorry, carry on.
No, it was pretty much the story of that, and it had to be for the police department. I was at the police department I was working for at the time, and so they joked with me for like 3 weeks of, man, we're so sorry they got your Air Supply cassette tape and crap like that.
Guess who he's not buying a round of pinball for? Now you know who you never need to loan a quarter to, ever. How come I can't hit that ramp today?
But I remember walking into the station to give my statement, and they were like, well, is anything else from the car missing? I'm like, I don't care. I don't really keep anything in the car. It was an accident. I left the roll of quarters. And they're like, well, are you sure the registration and everything is still in there? I'm like, yeah, they left the registration and the title because I actually left the title and everything in the glove box on purpose because the car was worth more to me if someone stole it. If they had taken the car and left the roll of quarters in the parking space, I would have had a better day.
Agreed. Now, I have him trained to keep his quarters in his fanny pack.
This is true. I have an Avengers fanny pack that she made me, and I wear it at every tournament.
That reminds me, I need to swap out at the belt on that, because you didn't like the stretchy belt, you wanted the non-stretchy belt. Because apparently quarters are heavy, and when you wear quarters in a fanny pack with a stretchy belt, the belt stretches.
Not to mention that I have stretchied as well.
Well, that's why I gave you the stretchy one, so you wouldn't have to worry about if you stretchied or unstretchied. But the quarters kind of made that not the best choice.
Jacob would like to know where he can get a fanny pack.
I could make one and we can give one away. I have that really cool black, white, and teal video game controller fabric. I can probably whip one up. So stay tuned. In a month or two, when I have the time again, I'll make one and we can give one away. Oh, babe. What about those pins? They're up in my purse. Never mind. I'll show them off next week. So I made an executive decision for Team Paladin. I don't know if I've been forgiven yet. I submitted our blah 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 logo to a place that makes pins. Both of the stick yourself and the enamel variety. And so now I've got little button pins and little lapel type pins. I've got, I think, about 7 of each, and I was thinking that I would one day include those in a giveaway, like the next time we order things that need to be mailed, like stickers or whatever. They turned out really cute. And I have a bag that I like to put pins on, so the minimum order was 10, so I just went with it.
And Joey Picasso, who drew that logo, is here in chat.
Thank you, Joe. It's the coolest pin I have, next to maybe the Elvira one.
Don't tell Hawkeyes you have an Elvira pin.
Hawkeyes. You know, next time I go to the retro arcade, I could get another Elvira pin. And we could raffle it off.
That is true. You know what? We should probably get the Elvira air freshener and the pin and mail it to Hawkeyes. He'd get a kick out of that.
I'll go get another one. I don't think we're playing at retro arcade, though, for another couple months.
So we're going to have to drive to the arcade? Damn.
Oh, bummer. Your babysitter said that we could do a double family meetup there and bring all the kids, so.
Sounds expensive.
We forgot to mention the part where, while I was out playing at tournaments this weekend, I took Paul to a friend's house, stole his friend's wife, took her to the tournament with me, and then we left the dads in charge of the kids.
And we watched football and drank and lost one of the kids.
When I came back, no, you didn't lose him. He was just out front hitting baseballs at the window. He was
quiet.
He was easy to find. He had terrible aim, so nothing got broken. And, yeah. I love... Between the 5 kids, the youngest is like 5 or 6, so old enough that it's unlikely for him to get in trouble at his own house. You know, like physical danger type trouble. So they're perfect age, they run around and play together great. And they all love video games of some variety or the other, so between the 5 of them, I think there was only one time out in the 3 hours I was gone. Pretty sweet deal. How we doing on time? Looks like about
19 minutes remaining.
All right, let's check some scores. I wonder who could...
Oh, I missed that. Roller Pinball says that we should get suspenders on the fanny pack to hold the quarters. I am all for that.
Damn, that would be sexy. Can I convince you to add a kilt?
I have a kilt.
Those are like 3... I know, but can I convince you to wear all 3 of those things at the same time?
Maybe. Is that what you want me to wear to Expo if I play in the Classics tournament?
Will you please?
I don't know if Marty will stand next to me,
I'll
though.
let you choose my costume.
But it'd be the same costume, just more cleavage.
And a shorter skirt?
Sure.
Just remember, I do bend over a little bit when I play pinball. Just so you know. Alright, so anyway, pinball scores. Smog flying into first place with 80 million points. Dave 950 in second with 73 million. Joe Soap in third with 56. Fourth, fifth, and sixth, we have Dune, 8209, and Team Paladin. Then we have Jedi Boy, RB Wings the second. Is there the first? Who knows? But we have the second. I think Lord Hawk's next, but I scrolled too far, so I don't really know. Oh, Mr. Hardluck would be in ninth. Darn. I am struggling with the scroll today. Alright, so Hardluck was in 9th. The 10th, we've got Rabootantog, Lord Hawk, Pirate Bones Ninja's here. Hello, Mr. Pirate. Hope you have been poning ninjas. Followed by Joey, Dubaka, Lucifer Bomb, Really Baked, Jacob, and Hikey Fairy. Welcome. Those of you who have just joined us. So glad you dropped in. So sad that you didn't join us for Deadpool, because that was fun, but I'm glad you're here now. We have about 17 and a half minutes left, if my internal clock is correct.
Dave 950, have a good night. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Dave. Please make sure that you have entered the raffle if you would like to win the thing that we are giving away, which is
Pinball FX3 Vengeance and Virtue Pack for Steve.
Almost like we've been a team for 13 years. We're finishing each other's sandwiches.
Raboon Tog says I should wear bike shorts. Raboon Tog, if you buy me bike shorts, I would more than likely wear them, but I'm gonna need your socks as well.
Variety. Short bike shorts are just bad for people who weigh more than 100 pounds.
Hey, if he gives me the socks with it, I'll do it.
Yeah, but the chafage, man.
That's what the sock is for.
The socks don't go as high as you think the socks go.
I think I'm gonna put the socks somewhere you're not thinking of.
That's not the chafage I was thinking of.
Lederhosen.
Yeah.
Now we're just getting silly, Jacob. But hey, you buy me Lederhosen, I'll wear it.
I mean, we do like to reference as many cultures as possible with one outfit. Okay, I'm giving up on this game.
Let's review your.
Isn't it only ball one?
Yes. I think it's ball 2. I don't really know. Yes, that was ball 1. Okay, I won't give up until at least halfway through ball 2. Yeah, don't you dare.
So when we originally started the Pinball FX3 Open Challenge, the challenge portion of it was originally you only got 10 games. So you had 10 attempts at a high score, and this was the table that broke that, where we're like, you know what, we're just going to make it unlimited, because nobody would play the table for more than 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, then we'd end up going and trolling like other open tournaments to play while we waited for the hour to close out. Alright, this is just an awful play. It is a good thing I did not put any money into this table.
Yet.
Don't you even joke about it.
You're going to play it at Expo. We're going to play it in the Bumper Blast on Wednesday night.
Ignorance is bliss. Besides, I have a hard time. Okay. Let me tell you about Pinball. I have a really hard time adjusting from specifically the tables that are FX3 virtual to real life.
Oh, you're not the only person that has that problem. That is, everybody has that problem.
I'm also terrible at virtual pinball and like mediocre at real life pinball.
Tournament results.
Paladin can beat me almost any day on virtual. And the opposite seems to be true when we're playing together on live tables.
100% true.
I think that I just need the physical feedback that you get from a table, and the fake virtual workarounds for that feedback just doesn't quite do it for me.
Well, we could always put more money into it, you know, if you'd be okay with that.
We could just buy an arcade. We really don't need 2 cars.
You're not wrong.
I want to see if Rodney needs a partner. I'll work 3 nights a week if you let me have unlimited access to your table.
For the Ringmaster Marvel.
So my hands are getting tired.
You have 12 minutes. You can do it.
Well, I can play for like 6 hours in real life. I think it's just the springiness on these buttons.
You're welcome.
I don't hate it. I love the fact that I am literally working out my pinball muscles right now. I do worry, though, that it is going to be super uncomfortable for you. For a couple more weeks yet.
Welcome to the sideshow. This is sideshow.
But at least you look good.
It's popcorn time!
The sideshow marble.
Before I forget, I'm going to do a quick shout out for Pirate Pones Ninja, who I think is here in chat. I know he's playing.
Who's our first substitute host for this round of Paladin Can't Play Pinball right now?
Player one.
It's funny because the very... Ow. Can't get it up again. Damn it.
Excellent clip of the flog. So Pirate Pones Ninja is also doing a Extra Life charity drive right now. He will be live tomorrow night playing Sea of Thieves.
Ooh, it's not all pinball all the time? Or is it?
Nope. Tomorrow night, they are going to be sailing the high seas, and I believe there is a sign-up in our Discord if you would like to be a crewmate during that stream.
Tell me about this game. Is this like a RPG game? Is it like a battle with your buddies game? Like, what do we got?
My understanding is all of the above. You go on quests, so RPG style quests. Oh, our 10-minute warning.
Just in case you didn't like the real buzzer.
So while you're completing these quests and sailing the high seas, you might run into another group of pirates doing the same thing. And battles and hilarity ensue.
Booty and spoils?
Review your circus ability.
So much booty.
I like the booty. My favorite part of being pirate adjacent.
Player one.
Kill shot. Okay. Oh.
I'm not going to click that, but I just got a push notification on my phone from a news site telling me Fortnite is down. I'm going to block whatever the hell that is.
Probably whatever. What service do we have Fortnite on? It's probably just your account information because we have it for the kid, don't we?
We have Fortnite on everything, sadly.
Well, then it could be anything.
No, it was like a news push notification, so probably it was either Game Informer or CNN. Those are the two that come to the top on my phone.
I feel like, no, it could make CNN. It's that big of a thing still. You know, no need to worry about like world hunger and wars and stuff. Fortnite is down.
You might actually have to spend time with your children tonight. There are no loot crates in sight.
No loot. I repeat, no loot. This is a level 4 emergency. Don't forget, as we approach the end, that you have to have completed the entire scoring sequence and be back on that tournament information page if you want your score for this last game to count. If you're having a great game, when we get to about 2 minutes, you are going to want to devise an exit strategy and drain those balls. This has been a public service announcement. If your game looks like mine, you probably don't need to worry about it. You can just do whatever. Alright then. I think I can probably squeeze in one more game.
You can do it!
Did we make all of our announcements? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Checking. Well, MCAP this week is playing Shaman on Pinball FX.
Look at all these balls. Balls, balls, balls. Tell me more. Tell me more.
I don't believe that MCAP has... I don't believe there's a VPX tournament going. At least I didn't see one listed on his iScored.
Mother of... What a waste. Not Well, I mean, yeah, what a waste. Of MCAP too, but mostly of them multi-ball. Oh god, it was painful.
Thursday Throwdown this week at Game Club Central is going to be Freddy's Nightmare. The Siggy version of the table, which is awesome.
We're doing Halloween theme over there.
We are.
I like it.
Game Club is all Halloween, all October.
I can get behind that. Or in front of that, whatever.
Ooh, Lucifer says, burnt my pizza and my score won't load and it was my best. That is terrible.
Aw, man.
Joe Soap says, MCAP is doing Bounty Hunter. I think Bounty Hunter is the table of the week for the VPC as well.
Ooh. Can't remember if I've actually played that, but...
I don't think you have, but you would like it. We should load that up this week.
Yeah, I've heard that I would like it, but I have not yet actually seen it.
It's an all-original Star Wars table.
If only I could win the game just by hitting that one ramp over and over and over again.
5 minutes remaining. Higher Peanut says, I have no idea what I'm doing on Bounty Hunter. Well, maybe if we ask Game Club Central nicely, we can get an LL Cool Play on it. Did you enjoy the boom balloon?
No. I am, once again, mesmerized by the weird unicorn stick he's holding on to, and I want to know what it is.
I thought it was a candle that he used to pop the balloons. I don't know. 4 minutes remaining.
I want to know, but I don't want to know. Hey, look, it's my favorite ramp. Which I can hit 4 times out of 5, unless there's a boom balloon in the way.
Now shoot the left ramp. The boom marble is yours. Feast your eyes on Sideshow Marvel. Ball 1 is
Well, Bob, I'm sorry if it didn't register your score.
You know what it was? We do play on the honor system. Like, if you have a good idea of what it was.
Clear 1. Now shoot the left ramp.
Well, I'm glad that it was salvageable.
I believe pizza any temperature except frozen.
Yeah, it's disturbing. My kids will too. Like, I've got one kid that'll have a piece of pizza for a late night snack, leave half of it plus the crust on the counter, and if I don't sneak in there and throw it away, he'll wake up the next morning and eat the rest of the pizza for breakfast.
It's true. With peanut butter.
I'm like, you are not in college yet. Stop.
There's pizza flavored ice cream. Also, UKEX Pat, thank you so much for the follow.
Oh. But are you following me or are you following him? Just kidding, we're a team. You can't have just one.
Oh, UK Expat 71. Wow. You know, I wish I had actually read that. UK Expat, if you're still watching, we have a raffle going, and now that you're a follower, you are welcome to join the raffle. Exclamation point raffle for a copy of Marvel FX3, Vengeance and Virtue.
Our time has to be up by now.
1 minute.
1 minute. Guys, if you're having a great game, drain those balls. Better to submit a score that's slightly lower than it could have been than to not submit a score at all.
Skullbox, hello.
Cool name. I too have skulls and boxes.
Why don't you marry a man your own age that you can watch play Xbox? I don't want to watch my man play Xbox.
Sorry, normally I would deliver that with a little bit more, but you know, I'm trying to focus on not sucking. It's not working.
Jacob, thank you for the reel. I enjoyed that one.
The reel? Do I know what the reel is?
Yeah, like a TikTok or Instagram reel. It plays a random clip.
Oh, that could get dangerous.
It does.
I like it.
10 seconds remaining.
We're playing Twick Twatch Roulette.
Did you just say twatch?
I said Twick Twatch.
Game over.
Allusion to my inability. Oh, scoring has ended. My inability to remember the difference between Twitch and Twitter because, internet and electronicals are not my jam.
Tournament complete.
Yeah. I talk about Twitch all the time. Like, yeah, my husband does this thing on Twitter. Like, I mean, Twitch. I mean, one of those T words. I don't know what's going on in my life.
Joe Soap, holy wow.
Joe Mother Truckin' Soap. That is a lot of points.
Joe, can we assume you're picking Funhouse for next week?
Do it. Unless you don't want to do it.
Joe says yep.
Sure.
So we'll be playing Funhouse second next week.
I like the way it plays. I don't really like the way it looks, but I can get over that. I'm not really that into looks anyway. Alright, anyway, Joe Soap is in first and has already announced that we are playing Funhouse next week, so congratulations on your win. Smog is in seconds with half of that many points. 80 million. It's a good showing, but it's not 160 million. Third place, Dave950. 73 million. Fourth place, Mr. Big D, Dune. 45 million. And in fifth place, Jacob with 42. Followed that up with Jedi Boy, ED209, Team Paladin. RB Wings. Mr. Hardluck, Reboot and Tog, Lucifer Bob, Lord Hawk, Firepones Ninja, Joey Bo. That just rose right off the tongue, doesn't it? Scroll nicely. Dubaka, really baked words. I speak them. And Heckety Faye. Thank you, everyone, for putting up with me and joining us. That was a really good turnout of players. I've had a lot of fun. I always do have fun. Especially when I get to hang out with that boy. But, you know, that's why I married him. Because he lets me tell weird jokes and play pinball. This is our life. Hey, if you haven't yet and you would like to win the pinball thing that we are giving away, please type !raffle to get your ticket. If you are a follower, you can earn a ticket. If you're a subscriber, you get double. Just saying. It's a good deal. You know, you could maybe win a thing. Who knows?
And that is the Pinball FX3 Marvel Pinball Vengeance and Virtue Pack for Steam. That's what we're giving away tonight, and I'll be closing entries in just a moment. Next week, we are going to be playing Champion Pub and Funhouse. And then I think when we wrap up here, it looks like... Yes, it is for Steam, Joe Picasso. When we wrap up here, I think we're going to go visit Reboot and Tog, who is doing 2 more FX3 tournaments following this. He's doing Sorcerer's Lair and Champion Pub, so you can get some practice for next week. But before we do that...
Too many tournaments in one night for me. I'm going to cheer for you from afar because it's already past my bedtime. By a lot. By like an hour. I'm so old, you guys.
All right, closing entries for the raffle in 3, 2, 1.
Cheering for you. I hope you win.
Lucifer Bob, you have just won the Vengeance and Virtue Pack for Steam.
By the way, I call you Lucy out of love because it reminds me of Supernatural.
Right on.
You don't even watch Supernatural, you poser.
No, but that's what I imagine Lucifer Bob's response would be. I did watch the anime.
The animated one with me, which is cool, but it wasn't as good as the... And I mean, it's not just good because they're cute. It's actually fun storylines. I liked it a lot. Anyway, congratulations on your win, Joe and Arby Wings. And...
Hikate won Worms WMD, which I'll be sending a whisper with a Steam key shortly following the stream. And I will send a Discord message to Lucifer Bob.
Feel free to spam Paladin if you like the idea of me raffling off the remaining pins.
I like the idea. I just don't like the idea of shipping them to Australia.
Oh, I'll mail it out. We'll just put in a... We'll put in a caveat that we're only shipping in the US.
No offense, Joe.
It would be cheaper for me to order a fresh batch, I think, and send you all 10 than it would be for me to... I will save some for you, though. And if you have somebody, you know, like, stateside that's going to come visit you, I'll mail it to them. Like, I will come up with a way to get it to you, but it might just be cheaper to order a fresh batch and have it mailed to you.
What was it? Someone else, one of the giveaways, I gave away a toaster, and someone in Australia won it, and I ended up having to rebuy the toaster on Amazon AU in order to not pay like $50 to ship the toaster.
Yeah, I shipped a baby blanket not too long ago, and I did not realize. I went to the UK, but I did not realize the shipping charges were that high. Because they didn't used to be when I shipped things internationally. So, learned something new. I almost, because I was smart enough to get a second opinion, I didn't. But UPS was like $183. I was like, for a blanket that's this big? No. Anyway, that's my story. Don't ship things internationally through UPS. Check your local postage, whatever, first. Damn.
Fair enough. Well, let's go say hi to Reboot and Tog, and we will see everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I'm sure I'll pop up a few times this week doing some DDR pinball, but we'll for sure be back next week with Champion Pub and Funhouse. We'll see you then.
Streaming bug now. I might pop in too. Who knows? You might get lucky, or you might get Paladin. Either way, you win.
Have a good night, everyone.
Let me know when we're not live anymore.